Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another Switch to Zero One video. Now today we are back in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, the milking of this flight simulator just goes on and on and on, but no, actually, this flight simulator, it does offer quite a lot of features that we can review. Today, let's actually talk about a very interesting part of this flight simulator. As you can see right here, we got snow in the background. Yeah, winter's coming and we all gotta prepare, and it's actually very, very nice that Microsoft Flight Simulator has seasons included as well. There is not only summer like in X-Plane. That really sucks about X-Plane, by the way. You don't have any snow in that one. In this one, we both have summer and winter. Probably fall and spring too, even though there isn't that much of a difference, right? Whatever, what does count is that we does have snow here. And icing as well. There we go. Let's just go ahead and do a full power takeoff and check out the world from above. The winter wonderland that Germany is in the winter, which it really isn't. Yeah, we don't have a lot of snow here actually, but it's actually quite sad. Back when I was younger, there used to be snow here every winter. We used to go sledding and all that stuff. That's not possible anymore. So it's quite ironic that we are in a private jet right now. Economics, right? Whatever, let's just go ahead and take off. Come on. Okay, as you can see, we have a little bit of cloud coverage here. And right now there's a little bit of it's not a storm, but it's just casual snow. The clouds are hanging very low. This is typical snowy weather, even though there isn't that much precipitation anyway. Now the trees are nicely detailed with snow on them as well. Let's actually change the weather a little bit. Let's make the skies clear actually, just to check out the winter wonderland right now. Clear skies, there we go, and the snow is gone as well. Yeah, here's the slider to set the snow depth that we want to have here in our world. Using that isn't very buggy. I hope my PC doesn't crash now. Alright, there we go. This is just a little bit of snow. We can have a little bit more. There we go. And this is what we're looking for right now. Yeah, actually, I have never flown in real life when there was snow. I genuinely haven't. That's quite sad, isn't it? But I haven't ever, not even in a passenger plane, so I cannot tell if it looks real, at least here in this region. But it does look pretty much realistic, doesn't it? I mean, it's just white layer on the map. It isn't that hard to recreate. It does look very much like it's realistic, I guess. So that is great. I mean, just the fact alone that we have snow here in this flight simulator so that we can properly fly in the winter as well, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? All right, let's turn the autopilot on. I want to disable the anti-ice that the plane probably has turned on right now because we're about to do something very special. Right, here's the ice protection dashboard, and as you can see, it's all turned off right now. I have made videos about the de-icing of planes before and how it works, but let's build some ice on the wings. For that, we actually need clouds back. In fact, let's actually go for a little bit of a snowstorm here. Let's go on adventure. There we go. Now we have clouds. I have never flown above clouds here in the flight simulator. That's very interesting as well. Let's make this a little bit of a storm as well. We want this to be a little bit, more extreme, more challenging. There we go. The plane is flying just nicely though, at least so far. But again, we have the de-icing turned off, which will be very much fatal for our flight in a second or two. Let's just go ahead and descend into the clouds. Actually, we are now kind of in the clouds. I mean, we're flying under VFR at the moment. I'm not an IFR rated pilot at all, so this is going to be very interesting. Now, as you can see here in the speed indicator, it has stopped working already. There we go, because we turned off the pitot heat. The pitot, by the way, is the thing that measures the airspeed, but when it's iced up and blocked, it just stops working. It just stops measuring the speed, which has already happened, but let's just keep the pitot heat off, right? Why doesn't this plane want to descend? That's weird. All right, let's just hand fly the airplane down into the clouds now, which is something that I don't want to do, but all right, let's just do it. Winter wonderland, here we go. Let's keep an eye on the outside of the aircraft. Maybe we can already see some ice building up on the leading edges, especially on the windows as well. I can already see something, as you can tell here. Why are the flaps down a bit, by the way? I do wonder about that. Okay, there we go. We are now in the middle of the clouds. Let's stay in them and see what happens. All right, as you can see on the windshield, we already got some icing as well, as you can see here from the inside as well. This is gonna be very interesting. All right, let's stay at this low level. As you can see on the wings, there's already ice building up, which will be fatal in a second or two. We are definitely going to lose control quite soon, actually. There we go. We can see some more icing. That is nicely detailed here in the flight simulator as well. That is very nice. I mean, you do have that in other flight simulators like X-Plane, plane depending on the plane. Not in a default aircraft, definitely. This is definitely a default aircraft and does have icing. That is amazing. Let's get some more and heavier clouds in here to make this a little bit more challenging though, because there's not a lot of clouds here, is it? There we go. Alright, now we are about to enter the very deep dark clouds here, which don't let a lot of sunlight in. Meanwhile, we're still going. How does this look from the inside? We still got quite a lot of control of the aircraft. The aileron still runs quite fine, but soon enough the wings won't be able to generate a lot of lift anymore. Come on, just die already. Alright, now it's been a while. I mean, it's definitely taking a while for the ice to actually kill this plane. It is quite surprising. But I can already see there is not much control left of this plane. Oh wow, this is some very interesting stall behavior. Oh. Okay, alright, I cannot do anything about this one anymore. This went by very fast. Once we lost control, we really did lose it. Oh my goodness. And there we go. The ice got the plane and we crashed. Very much crashed, by the way. And this is actually what typically happens once you build up some ice on your plane. Let's maybe try some other type of plane and ice that one out. Alright, now let's try this again in a little bit of a smaller plane. This is a Cessna 152. I think this will help us a little bit better to demonstrate this whole thing. Alright, let's just take this pretty filthy plane out of here. This is actually the airport of Courchevel. Very interesting airport as well. Come on. Yes, I have actually never flown a real Cessna 152 in real life, but a lot of people say that it sucks, especially performance-wise, and I can already see why that is. Oh goodness, you don't want to fly this kind of plane at this kind of airport at this kind of weather especially. I think there should already be some ice here on the plane, just starting off from the ground. Perfect conditions for a takeoff. There we go. That was quite nicely done. Alright, now it's just us left with the clouds and some snow. This plane really does suck. You know, the cruising speed of this plane is as fast as the taxi speed of my Cirrus SR20, I'm not gonna lie. Come on. Mountains! Oh, we forgot we were flying in the Alps. Oh, mountains. Alright, let's just take off out of here again. This was quite an awkward moment. Yeah, I was just changing the weather configuration and that was really weird. Okay, apparently the Cessna 152 is quite good against ice, isn't it? I legitimately don't see any. Why is that? That is so interesting. Maybe the physics engines of this flight simulator are wrong again? We don't know. I've never intentionally flown a Cessna 152 into icing conditions, because then I wouldn't be here recording this video. No, there's definitely something wrong here. Alright, just for the kicks and giggles, let's lose the control of this aircraft. This is something that would happen if you were to build ice on your plane. You crash into a forest and it still works. As you can see, we can just take off out of here again. No, this is definitely not realistic. That is so weird. I don't know. I don't really get this flight simulator sometimes. Alright, maybe let's go for a little bit bigger of a plane again. Maybe try an A320neo and see how that one reacts to icing. Alright, welcome aboard the A320neo. We are again flying in the middle of a snowstorm. And we can already see some ice building up already. This is so weird. I don't know, the Microsoft planes, they are all so different. Let's see how long it takes until the ice here gets the plane. Now, just a disclaimer again, I have totally turned off all the anti-ice system. This is not how a normal A320 flies in a snowstorm, obviously. No worries about that. Now, so far, this plane it still works, right? I mean, it's not as responsive. You do feel a little bit of an effect on the control surfaces actually freezing, but I don't know. Normally, I don't think it does take this long for a plane to be taken down by ice. I do not think this is realistic, to be quite honest. And, you know, there's a lot of people that feel like this overall, in general, with this new flight simulator. I do not know. I'm not really convinced. I want the plane to crash, but it's not going to happen, is it? Maybe for demonstration purposes, let's turn on the wing anti-ice and see how quickly this all reacts. There we go. This really will not take a while. The plane is definitely getting rid of the ice in several moments. X-Plane definitely had a very much better icing simulation engine, at least. So that's it on this one, I guess. The winter definitely does look nice here, though. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.